In 2011, Alex Johnson was just an ordinary student living the typical routine of a young college student. He lived in a small dorm room at the university, a cramped and simple space known as Dorm Room 204, where he shared the space with a roommate he rarely saw due to their busy schedules. Among piles of books, scattered notes, and tangled computer cables, Alex spent long nights awake, studying, researching, and trying to find ways to improve his life and that of his fellow students. Alex did not come from a wealthy family. Like many students, he had to juggle paying tuition fees, buying study materials, and covering his basic living expenses. He worked part-time at a university cafe and studied at night, trying to make the most of every moment to learn something new. Despite the difficulties, he was driven by a strong desire to create something of his own, to make a difference. While many of his classmates focused solely on exams and assignments, Alex noticed something that few saw: the widespread difficulties students faced in sharing and organizing academic information. The university was a competitive yet collaborative environment, and he realized that many students struggled to access notes, share study materials, and get help when needed. He often heard complaints about the lack of an efficient system to facilitate this kind of exchange. Many used Facebook groups or WhatsApp, but these methods were disorganized, scattered, and unreliable. File sharing was limited and messy, making it difficult to quickly and efficiently access important content. The bureaucracy of the university's official systems, often slow and hard to navigate, only made the problem worse. One night, as the silence of the dorm was broken only by the sound of keyboard typing, Alex began imagining how he could create a solution to this problem. He wanted to build a simple, secure, and accessible platform where students could connect, share content, and collaborate in a practical and efficient way. It was at that moment, sitting at the small desk in Dorm Room 204, that Alex made a decision that would change his life forever. He took his notebook and started sketching the first concept of the platform. Ideas flowed quickly, driven by the desire to help not only himself, but also his peers and perhaps thousands of students around the world. The project had no name yet, but the vision was clear: to create a digital space where knowledge could be shared collaboratively and organized. A place where every student could find the right material at the right time and improve their academic performance. That same week, Alex began developing the initial prototype, using programming skills he had learned on his own during high school. Without resources to hire help, he spent sleepless nights studying online tutorials, reading documentation, and testing code, facing many technical challenges. During this process, he realized that many of the problems that appeared were common for beginner developers, from choosing the right technologies to managing servers to host the system. Every difficulty overcome was a small victory that motivated him to keep going. Despite all the challenges, Alex found joy in building something from scratch, applying his knowledge and exploring his creativity. That small, simple dorm room became a true laboratory where an innovative idea began to take shape. Aware that the path would not be easy, he decided to focus first on a small, close audience: the students in his dorm, then the entire university. His goal was to create a functional, even if simple, solution that could be tested and improved through real use. In the following weeks, he shared the idea with some friends and classmates, receiving important feedback that helped him adjust and improve the platform. The initial reception was encouraging, and he realized that the idea had potential to grow far beyond what he had imagined. However, there was still a long way to go. Alex knew he would have to deal with issues like scalability, data security, and monetization to turn his project into something sustainable. But at that moment, the most important thing was to bring the idea to life and prove it was possible. Dorm Room 204, despite its modesty, became the starting point of a journey that, years later, would impact millions of people worldwide. The determination of a young student and his clear vision opened the doors to a business that would change the market and transform the way students connect and learn. And so our story begins, in the simple dorm room where a small idea was preparing to become a billion-dollar giant. As the days went by, Alex continued to observe the struggles his fellow students faced when trying to collaborate and share study materials. It became clear that the current methods, Messy group chats, scattered emails, and clunky university platforms were just not cutting it. The inefficiencies were slowing down learning and causing unnecessary stress. This frustration wasn't unique to Alex. Many students expressed similar complaints. Study groups were hard to organize, important notes often got lost in endless message threads, and deadlines came with confusion because no one had access to all the needed resources in one place. The idea of a streamlined, all-in-one platform became more urgent. Alex himself had experienced the pain firsthand. One semester, he missed out on crucial exam notes because a friend hadn't shared them in time. Another time, he spent hours searching through various online forums trying to find reliable summaries for his classes. These small but impactful moments fueled his determination to create something better. The university's official systems were cumbersome. Logging in, navigating complicated menus, and waiting for pages to load was a constant source of frustration. They lacked social features, real-time collaboration tools, and were difficult to use on mobile devices. For students juggling busy schedules, this was a significant hurdle. Alex also realized that the problem wasn't just about sharing notes. It was about fostering a community where students could motivate each other, exchange tips, and grow together academically. He wanted to build a platform that encouraged collaboration and made studying more engaging. Discussions with friends and classmates revealed more insights. Some wished for a feature that would let them track deadlines and set study reminders. Others wanted a way to rate the quality of shared materials to avoid wasting time on low-value content. These conversations helped Alex shape his vision further. At the same time, Alex faced his own limits. Balancing part-time work, classes, and developing this project was exhausting. Many nights he stayed up past midnight, coding and troubleshooting bugs, driven by the hope that his platform could help others. Despite these challenges, the growing frustration with existing tools confirmed that Alex was on the right path. The problem was real and widespread, and solving it could make a meaningful impact. This stage of frustration became the fuel for innovation. It gave Alex clarity about what was missing and what his platform needed to deliver. He wasn't just building software, he was solving a daily pain point for thousands of students. With renewed focus, Alex committed to creating the first working version. He knew it wouldn't be perfect, but it needed to be functional enough to test with real users. He believed that feedback from his peers would guide the platform's evolution. Looking back, this period of frustration was critical. It marked the transition from identifying a problem to actively pursuing a solution. The passion to fix what was broken was stronger than ever. And so, from the depths of everyday student frustrations, the foundation of a revolutionary platform was laid. One that would soon transform not only a university dorm, but the world of education itself. One late night, as Alex sat at his small desk in dorm room 204, inspiration finally struck. After countless hours of observing the problems his peers faced, he decided to put pen to paper and sketch out the first real concept for his platform. What started as vague thoughts now took a tangible shape. The idea was simple yet powerful. Create an online platform where students could easily share notes, upload study materials, and communicate in an organized way. Unlike the chaotic Facebook groups or disjointed email threads, this platform would be intuitive, fast, and tailored specifically to the academic needs of university students. Alex envisioned a place where students from any course or university could find exactly what they needed for their studies. Whether it was lecture notes, past exams, or helpful tips from top performers, everything would be centralized and easy to access. This wasn't just about file sharing. Alex imagined features that promoted collaboration, discussion boards, live chats, and tools to organize study groups. He wanted to make learning a community experience, breaking down the barriers that often isolated students in competitive environments. He also thought about the user interface. Knowing that students often accessed content from their phones between classes or on the go, Alex aimed for a mobile-friendly design that was clean and simple. He wanted to remove any distractions and focus on quick access to relevant information. Excited by this clear vision, Alex started outlining the core functionalities. At its minimum, the platform would allow users to create profiles tied to their university and courses, upload and categorize notes and study materials, Search and filter content by subject, course, or professor. Join discussion threads related to specific topics or assignments. Rate the quality and usefulness of shared materials. Alex also considered security and privacy from the start. He wanted to ensure that only verified students could join, preventing spam or irrelevant content. Protecting users' data was a priority, especially since academic materials often contain sensitive information. The next challenge was naming the project. After brainstorming sessions and feedback from friends, the name Study Hub was chosen. It reflected the platform's mission, a central hub for all things study-related. Despite his excitement, Alex knew this was just the beginning. The idea was strong, but turning it into a real functioning product would require technical skills, time, and resources he didn't yet have. Still, fueled by passion and determination, he decided to take the first step, building a basic prototype himself. With no budget to hire developers, he relied on free online resources and his self-taught programming knowledge to bring Study Hub to life. This moment marked a turning point. What was once a simple frustration had transformed into a concrete plan and the first seed of a revolutionary educational tool. And so, armed with a notebook full of sketches and a clear vision, Alex prepared to embark on the challenging journey of turning an idea born in a college dorm into a billion-dollar business. Vision and the first sketches of Study Hub in hand, Alex faced the challenge of turning his idea into reality. The biggest obstacle was simple. He had no money to hire programmers or designers. Yet, this limitation only fueled his determination. Alex decided to rely entirely on himself. Though he wasn't a professional developer, he had taught himself programming basics in high school and was confident he could build a prototype on his own. With a stack of free online tutorials, coding forums, and endless patience, he set out to create the first version of Study Hub. He began by learning new programming languages and tools that he hadn't used before. Late nights were spent debugging code, solving problems, and improving the platform's features little by little. Mistakes were constant, but each error was a valuable lesson that brought him closer to his goal. Since he couldn't afford expensive web hosting, Alex chose low-cost servers to host his platform. This meant occasional slowdowns and glitches, but he accepted these trade-offs as part of the learning process. To him, building something functional was more important than having a perfect setup. His dorm room, once just a place to sleep and study, transformed into a makeshift office and lab. Stacks of notebooks, coding printouts, and sticky notes covered the walls. Coffee cups multiplied as days blurred into nights. Alex's friends became his first testers. They eagerly signed up to use Study Hub and provided crucial feedback. Some suggested features he hadn't considered, while others pointed out bugs and usability issues. This early user input was invaluable for shaping the platform's development. Despite the limited resources and technical challenges, Alex's passion kept him going. He believed deeply in the impact Study Hub could have on student life. Every small improvement motivated him to push harder. While working alone was tough, it gave Alex full control over the project. He could experiment freely, try new ideas, and move quickly without waiting for approvals or facing disagreements. This agility was a key advantage during the early stages. However, Alex knew that building a prototype was only the beginning. To grow Study Hub beyond his dorm and university, he would eventually need a team, funding, and a clear business plan. But for now, every line of code written and every bug fixed was a step closer to turning his vision into reality. This phase of improvised work laid the foundation for what would soon become a revolutionary platform. It was a testament to the power of self-belief and persistence when resources are scarce. And so, in a small dorm room filled with determination and endless cups of coffee, Alex built the first version of Study Hub, the start of a journey from humble beginnings to a billion-dollar business. As Study Hub's user base grew rapidly, Alex realized that the platform's future depended on more than just passion and coding skills. To keep up with the increasing demand and improve the service, he needed resources, funding to hire a team, upgrade technology, and expand marketing efforts. But raising money as a college student with no business experience was a daunting challenge. Alex began researching ways to attract investors. He attended local startup events, pitched his idea to entrepreneurs, and sought advice from professors and mentors. His story, Starting from a simple dorm room project to a platform with tens of thousands of users caught attention, but convincing someone to invest money was harder than he imagined. Despite several rejections, Alex remained determined. He refined his pitch, highlighting StudyHub's rapid growth, user engagement, and potential market size. He prepared detailed plans, including projections of future users, revenue models, and expansion strategies. His goal was clear: to find an investor who believed in the vision and was willing to support it financially. Then a breakthrough came. A former alumnus of the university, Michael Turner, now a successful entrepreneur, heard about StudyHub through mutual contacts. Impressed by the concept and its social impact, Michael reached out to Alex for a meeting. During their first meeting, Alex presented the platform's progress, vision, and plans for the future. Michael asked tough questions about scalability, competition, and monetization, but Alex answered confidently. The passion and dedication in his voice convinced Michael that this was a project worth backing. After careful consideration, Michael agreed to invest $50,000 in StudyHub. This capital was a game changer. For the first time, Alex could afford to hire professional developers, improve the platform's infrastructure, and dedicate himself full-time to the project. With Michael's mentorship and financial support, StudyHub entered a new phase. The small dorm room project was evolving into a serious startup. Alex assembled a small team of skilled developers and designers, focusing on refining the platform, enhancing user experience, and scaling the service. The investment also allowed Alex to attend conferences and network with industry leaders, gaining valuable insights and forming partnerships. He learned the importance of balancing growth with sustainability and how to navigate the competitive tech landscape. The infusion of funds brought immediate improvements. Loading times decreased, new features were added, and the platform became more stable and secure. User satisfaction soared, and registrations increased exponentially. Michael's involvement went beyond money. He provided strategic advice, introduced Alex to potential clients, and helped set realistic goals. His belief in StudyHub motivated Alex to push harder and dream bigger. This chapter in StudyHub's story marked a turning point, from a student side project to a scalable business with real market potential. It was proof that with the right support, even the smallest ideas could grow into something extraordinary. After the initial success within his university, Alex realized that StudyHub had the potential to grow far beyond the campus walls. The platform's ability to simplify study collaboration was something many students across the country, and eventually the world, could benefit from. But the challenge now was how to expand that reach quickly and effectively. Word spread organically through social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Students began sharing their experiences using StudyHub, posting screenshots of helpful notes, and praising the ease of use. These authentic endorsements sparked curiosity and drew attention from users beyond Alex's immediate circle. Alex also reached out to student organizations and clubs, offering presentations and demos to show how StudyHub could improve group studies and project management. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Many clubs adopted the platform as their go-to tool for organizing events and sharing materials. The growth became viral. Within 6 months, the number of users jumped from a few hundred to over 100,000. Universities across multiple states were signing up, eager to provide their students with access to this innovative tool. Alex's dorm room project was evolving into a nationwide phenomenon. With rapid expansion came new technical hurdles. The platform needed to handle significantly more data, users, and simultaneous activities. Alex worked day and night, often sacrificing sleep to upgrade the servers, improve the code, and fix bugs that appeared under heavy usage. The pressure was intense, but so was the motivation. Every new user was proof that StudyHub was meeting a real need. Alex also began hiring freelancers remotely to help with coding and customer support, slowly building a small but dedicated team. Media outlets started to take notice. Articles and blogs highlighted StudyHub as a promising startup, disrupting traditional academic tools. This exposure attracted interest from investors and entrepreneurs who saw the platform's potential. One viral story helped push StudyHub into the spotlight. a student group from a small town used the platform to organize a nationwide study marathon that raised funds for educational charities. The event was shared widely on social media and praised by educational leaders. Alex realized that StudyHub was not just a platform but a community, students helping students, driven by shared goals and collaboration. This sense of belonging was part of the secret to its rapid growth. Despite the overwhelming success, Alex remained grounded. He knew that sustaining this momentum would require constant innovation, attentive user support, and strategic planning. The viral growth was exciting, but also brought the reality of competing in a fast-moving tech market. As the user base soared, so did the platform's visibility and credibility. Alex's dorm room idea was transforming into a serious business, with the potential to impact education worldwide. The viral growth phase was a turning point, proving that a simple, well-executed idea could capture the hearts and minds of millions. StudyHub was no longer just a project. It was becoming a movement. Once the initial version of StudyHub was ready, Alex faced the crucial step of finding the first users. Without people actively using the platform, even the best idea would remain just that, an idea. He knew that convincing others to try a new tool wouldn't be easy, especially in a competitive academic environment where students were often hesitant to adopt new technologies. Alex started by inviting his closest friends and classmates from his dormitory to test StudyHub. He explained how the platform worked and how it could make studying easier by centralizing notes and study resources. To his surprise, the response was better than he expected. A small group of about 50 students signed up and began uploading notes and sharing study tips. These first users became the foundation of StudyHub's community. Their feedback was invaluable. They reported bugs, suggested improvements, and shared what they liked about the platform. Alex used this input to quickly fix issues and add features that made the platform more user-friendly. Word of mouth began to spread beyond the dormitory. Students from other dorms and even different faculties heard about StudyHub and wanted to try it. Alex saw a steady increase in registrations, reaching over 500 active users within the first month. The growing user base brought new challenges. As more students joined, the platform experienced slower loading times and occasional crashes. Alex worked tirelessly to improve the infrastructure, but was limited by the low-cost servers he was using. Despite technical setbacks, the demand for StudyHub continued to grow. The platform's core features, easy note sharing, organized categories, and discussion boards, resonated with students looking for better study tools. Alex also noticed emerging trends within the community. Some students formed study groups directly through the platform, scheduling sessions and collaborating on projects. Others used the discussion boards to ask questions and help peers with difficult subjects. This organic growth validated Alex's belief that there was a real need for such a platform. More importantly, it showed that students were willing to adopt new technologies if they offered clear benefits. To keep momentum, Alex focused on maintaining communication with users. He set up surveys and informal chats to understand their needs and frustrations better. This user-centric approach helped him prioritize which features to develop next. At the same time, Alex began thinking about sustainability. StudyHub was free at this stage, but to continue growing and improve the service, he would need resources. Monetization strategies were still a distant thought, but the platform's popularity laid a strong foundation for future business opportunities. Looking back, those first users were more than just early adopters. They were partners in building StudyHub. Their trust and enthusiasm gave Alex the confidence to keep pushing forward. From a small group in dorm room 204 to hundreds of active students, StudyHub was slowly but surely becoming a vital part of the academic experience. The journey from an idea to a growing community had begun. As StudyHub continued to grow, Alex realized that to build a sustainable business, the platform needed to evolve beyond just serving students. While the core user base was thriving, he understood that expanding revenue streams was essential for long-term success. Around 2013, Alex began exploring opportunities to offer StudyHub's tools to businesses and organizations. He noticed a growing demand for efficient training and knowledge-sharing platforms within companies. Many organizations struggled with onboarding new employees, managing internal knowledge, and fostering collaboration. Recognizing this gap, Alex decided to adapt StudyHub's platform to meet corporate needs. This shift marked a significant change from the original focus on students to a broader market that included businesses seeking better training solutions. The team worked on developing features tailored for companies: secure user management, customizable training modules, progress tracking, and integration with existing corporate software. These additions made StudyHub attractive to businesses looking to improve employee education and productivity. Pilot projects with small and medium-sized companies began to roll out. The feedback was positive, with clients praising the platform's user-friendly interface and flexibility. This opened doors to larger contracts and new partnerships. The commercial shift also brought new challenges. Serving businesses required higher standards for data security, compliance, and customer support. Alex invested in building a professional support team and enhancing the platform's infrastructure. Financially, this move paid off. StudyHub introduced subscription plans for corporate clients, creating a steady revenue stream that helped fund further development and expansion. Despite this new direction, Alex remained committed to supporting the student community. He maintained free access for educational users while leveraging business clients to sustain the platform financially. This strategic pivot transformed StudyHub from a niche academic tool into a versatile platform with diverse applications. It expanded the company's market reach and increased its valuation significantly. The commercial shift proved that adaptability and vision were key to surviving and thriving in the competitive tech industry. Alex's ability to recognize new opportunities and pivot accordingly set StudyHub on a path toward becoming a billion-dollar business. With the commercial shift underway and a steady revenue stream from corporate clients, Alex and his team set their sights on a bigger goal: taking StudyHub global. The idea that started in a small college dorm was now poised to become a worldwide platform, connecting students and organizations across continents. The first step in this ambitious plan was localization. Alex knew that language and cultural differences could be barriers, so the team began translating the platform into multiple languages. They hired native speakers and cultural consultants to ensure the user experience felt natural and relevant in each target country. They also adapted the platform's content and features to fit local education systems and corporate training requirements. This attention to detail was critical for gaining acceptance in diverse markets. StudyHub launched in several countries across Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Early adopters quickly embraced the platform, attracted by its user-friendly design and proven effectiveness. To support this rapid expansion, Alex built regional teams focused on customer support, marketing, and partnerships. These local teams understood the unique challenges and opportunities in their markets and helped tailor StudyHub's approach accordingly. The global growth brought new technological challenges. The platform had to handle increased traffic and provide reliable performance worldwide. Alex invested heavily in cloud infrastructure and advanced data centers to ensure fast, secure, and scalable service. The company's valuation soared as user numbers reached over 20 million. Investors were impressed by StudyHub's international reach and diversified customer base. Media coverage highlighted the platform's role in democratizing access to quality educational resources and corporate training worldwide. Alex became a recognized figure in the tech and education industries. Despite the rapid growth, Alex maintained the company's core values, fostering collaboration, accessibility, and continuous innovation. These principles helped StudyHub stand out in a crowded market. The global expansion solidified StudyHub's position as a leader in digital learning platforms. What began as a dorm room project had truly become a worldwide phenomenon, touching the lives of millions. By 2021, StudyHub had transformed from a simple college dorm project into a global powerhouse valued at over $1 billion. What started as a solution to help students share notes had grown into a versatile platform used by millions around the world, from universities to multinational corporations. Alex Johnson, the young student with a vision, had become the CEO of a thriving tech company. His journey was a testament to the power of persistence, innovation, and adapting to the needs of users. From sleepless nights coding in a cramped dorm room to board meetings with investors, Alex's life had changed dramatically. The company's success wasn't just measured in numbers. StudyHub had made a real impact on education and corporate training, making learning more accessible and collaborative. Students improved their grades, employees gained valuable skills, and organizations increased productivity. Alex and his team continued to innovate, launching new features like AI-driven study recommendations, personalized learning paths, and advanced analytics for corporate clients. These enhancements kept StudyHub ahead of competitors and maintained user engagement. Despite its size, the company maintained a startup culture focused on creativity and user feedback. Alex emphasized the importance of staying connected to the platform's roots, solving real problems for real people. The billion-dollar valuation opened new doors. StudyHub attracted top talent from around the world and formed strategic partnerships with educational institutions and tech giants. The platform's influence expanded into new areas like virtual reality learning and global certification programs. Alex's story inspired countless entrepreneurs and students worldwide, proving that with determination and a clear vision, even the smallest ideas can grow into transformative businesses. The journey from Dorm Room 204 to a billion-dollar empire was a remarkable one, a story of innovation, resilience, and the power of technology to change lives.